Her name is Shelby Hewitt. She's 32 years old. She's a college student with a master's degree. She's also a social worker for the Department of Children and Family Services, where she is paid to protect children. So, why is she on my channel? And why am I doing a story about her? I heard about this story a few months ago, and I decided to actually really look into it. She used her knowledge as a social worker and was able to impersonate herself as a 13-year-old girl with special needs. She said that she was extremely traumatized as a foster child, and she had a very controlling foster mother. While taking home a $54,000 a year salary and enrolling herself in 3 different Boston area schools and a behavioral treatment center for eating disorders. She did this between December 6, 2021 to February 3rd, 2023, calling herself Danella 13 or Ellie 16. Now, Shelby pled not guilty to 9 indictments at Suffolk Superior Court. Some include lying to her employer, larceny over $1,200, identity fraud, just to name a few. Her story has started to fall apart because it was always changing. The truth does not have to be remembered, but lies do, and she was not doing a very good job with keeping all these lies together. She told some students that she was sex trafficked. They also kind of made fun of her and taunted her on the way that she dressed, though she wore baggy jeans and a ponytail all the time to try to give a more youthful look. She even got braces on her teeth so that she could have a more youthful appearance. It wasn't working. She did not look 13 or 14 years old, so she was teased a lot about that and made fun of. They said that she looked like their mom in some incidents. Hewitt has even got herself onto the basketball team, the girls' basketball team, where she opted out of taking pictures because she said that her foster parents, they wouldn't allow it and they'd be mad. She chose the number 32 for her jersey. So she was nuts, and she also had a very dark sense of humor. And the students, the children there, they told her that she did look 30 and that she looked like she was a 30-year-old mom of 2. And they said, quote, white cracks early, end quote. The schools that she attended to were predominantly Black and or African American or schools with Spanish children that attended those schools. She said that she had a disease, a condition that aged her, and that she also drove to school. So imagine that. She's 13, between 13 or 16, because those were the 2 ages that she used, and she was driving herself to school. But no one would have thought that a 32-year-old woman, or a woman in her 30s, period, was sitting at the desk right behind them. Some students just thought that she was a loner and trying to fit in, and some say that she was super smart and she would even help them with their math homework. Well, of course, she did this homework before 15 years ago, but she did it. Of course, Hewitt missed a lot of school, which was a concern for the Board of Education, but she had to work. That's what they didn't know. So she was arrested and she bonded out and ordered to stay away from children that she met while attending the 9th grade, and also just to stay away from children in general. Warrants were served at her house where Hewitt lived with 2 other people who posed as her parents to enroll her in these schools. She tricked her therapist and her partner into becoming foster parents. Now, that was according to the Daily Mail, because a lot of different information I have read, slightly different, but pretty much all the same. So she was either tricking these 2 people that should have known that, of course, she was not 13 or 16, but they did this for her. Why? I don't know. And of course, parents, they were outraged to find out that this grown woman was just feet away from their child. And she has to have some type of mental issues to be there because she's not supposed to be there. Now, during this time, Hewitt actually paid for a property in $350,000 in cash. She didn't even need a mortgage. She paid cash for this property. It seems in 2018, her mother and her maternal grandfather passed away and left her an inheritance of $1 million. Now, she was a social worker. She was supposed to be protecting children. So why did she do this? No one knows. However, she's set to stand trial at the end of this year. Maybe we will find out. I actually saw a couple months ago one of the content creators right here on YouTube. She briefly talked about this story, and she believed that Shelby Hewitt was trans, meaning that she was a male that identified as a woman, so that she was pretty much a man. That's what the content creator was saying, and that the fact that she was, around these young girls in the locker room with them, that it had to be something a little pedophile-ish. Now, I don't think that she was a male. They haven't said that in anything I've ever read or even alluded to that. That could be a possibility. I think she was not trying to identify as a female. What she was, hopefully we'll find out at the end of this year. I think she had other issues. And I don't think identifying as a female was one of them. I think she had other ones. So yeah, I'm going to definitely be looking out for this story and finding out really what is going on with Shelby Hewitt.